Heyo and welcome back to my channel. Oh, also, I have a cool candle and I don't know what the shadows from it do to my face, if anything, but I think it's pretty and it smells really nice, and so I kind of want to just hold it because it's comforting to me today. Okay, so something I've been thinking a lot about the past week or a couple weeks has been like my needs. And the ways that I ask for those or do not ask for those, and the ways that I expect those to be filled, and the ways that I don't expect those to be filled. And just kind of all the nuances and all the messed up ways that that can go. All the good things and all the trouble spots in my life. I don't know, just thinking about the ways that that affects my relationship with other people, especially my fiance. And then also recognizing the ways that that affects my relationship with God. I'm gonna look at what I wrote down so that I stay on topic better. Because I had this thought when journaling yesterday, as part of my quiet time, something God was saying to me. That's what it was. Okay. I'm thinking a lot about my needs and wanting those to be fulfilled, but how I tend to not ask, either from pride or just because I don't think people are going to be able to take care of me, and so I'm like, it's not worth bothering them, it's okay, like God can take care of me. So a couple nights ago, honestly, I was just feeling so depressed and so overwhelmed, like there's just so much stress from school suddenly just dumped itself on my head, and then also like it's still winter, and so, oh my gosh, it died. It's still winter. And so it's still dark. Like evenings, it's always kind of hard to like stay in a good mindset and have a good, hopeful attitude and outlook on things. Y'all get to watch me play with fire. And so yeah, like the all of a sudden stress combined with the darkness, combined that like I had been sleeping really badly the last few days, it didn't turn out well. And then I remembered what it felt like to be depressed the last couple of winters and how fun that was. And I was like, well, what is the one thing that I've learned about how to deal with this is you pray about it, like do whatever I can to bring my heart to God and lay it before Him and ask for His help. So there I was struggling to figure out, what am I even feeling? Why am I even feeling depressed? What am I actually upset about? Like, what do I need help with? Like, how do I need you to like enter in and save me? Because I know I need help, but I don't really even know what that looks like or what exactly it is that my heart's hungering after right now. But so I started praying about that, and then I found in myself this reluctance even to pray, even to ask, because I remembered the rest of the day, like I had been having a really hard day, but there had been different points of grace and God's kindness to me, which should have been encouraging. But somehow I was taking it in the way of like, God, I don't even want to ask for you to take care of me because you already have taken care of me. Like I feel like I don't deserve to ask anything else. And like I feel like that grace that you gave me in the past, like that should be enough. Overall, that should have been enough for today. Like you're already so kind to me. Like I don't want to ask for something else. I don't want to need you again. I don't want to bother you. I don't want to burden you. And I was like, hold up. That's so funny. That's so wrong. That's such a silly way to look at it. I need to hold this candle more steady. I'm sloshing all the wax around. Because like, is it a burden for God to be kind to us? No, He loves to give us good gifts. He loves to take care of us. Like He has such an abundance of His heart that He wants to pour out on us, and He wants to be so kind to us and so good to us. So like, that's on me and my weird little way of looking at my needs, where I'm like, oh, I've already received some, and so that should be enough. Like I should be satisfied because I can recognize that you were good to me in the past, and so therefore I shouldn't need anything in this moment. Just like, no, like I think He provides that undeserved grace in the past, not so that in this moment we can shut down our desire and say, okay, like I'm good enough, I don't need you anymore, thank you, that was enough, I don't want to burden you. But I think He shows us that. I think He pours that out to instead encourage us to ask for what we need now, because He's showing us His heart and the fact that like it's not a big deal to Him to give us something good and beautiful and to take care of us. Like it's not this huge burden, because He was giving me that grace undeserved, unasked for, unlooked for. And so right now, when I am looking, still feeling undeserving, like why would that stop Him from pouring it out again? I think rather than being a way for me to settle, that's supposed to be an encouragement to ask more. It's supposed to arouse and awaken my desire to realize that I need more and to want more of Him, further fulfillment. Which is so weird because like, I know humans, we're pretty ungrateful, we're pretty needy, and it's hard for us to see what we have and be satisfied with it. But I think in the area of God, like we're sometimes too easily satisfied, often too easily satisfied, that we just don't understand how much He has to give and how much He wants to give, how much He loves us and how much He cares about us. And so we're so willing to settle with so little, when really why He even gives us any of it is trying to make us want more, trying to like show us what there is for us, make us be like, I need more of that, I want more of that, and to start pursuing that, start chasing that, and start finding Him. I don't know, I just thought it was so weird, that tendency in myself to, yeah, look at the goodness He's given me and be like, okay, well that's gonna be good enough for this moment, so never mind, I'm not gonna ask anything of you. And really, like He's like, ask, I love to give good gifts. Like with our needs, like we're never too needy for Him. Like He's so much more than all that we could ask or imagine. And He fills us to the fullness of who we are, like deeper than we even know our hunger went. he can satisfy us. And I think it's part of his goodness and his mercy is to like awaken our desire for what's good and what's right and for more of him, and to make us long for those things, and to put us on a path of seeking the kingdom and his righteousness, because that's what we're longing for, and teaching us how to delight ourselves in the Lord, and he will give us the desires of our hearts. And so, I mean, I hate being a burden. I hate being too needy, especially since I feel like I should have it all together because I'm a generally pretty stable person, or at least. I don't know. Maybe used to come across that way more. But like, it's not a burden on God. It's his delight and his joy. And he wants us to ask him for things. Like, he wants us to recognize our need for him. He wants us to realize how delightful what he gave us was, and how much that really satisfied us and filled us and gave us joy in life, and to keep chasing more of that. I don't know, like, I'm really glad that he brought that to my awareness. I'm really want to try to be attentive to that pattern in my life of where I am choosing to be too easily satisfied, and like shutting down my desire and thinking I have to be content with this small thing, when he was trying to give me so much more. Because again, he's so generous, so good, and I want to see him prove that more in my life. And it can be scary to ask for that, it can be scary to want that, but I think that's really, really good. I think that's something that he wants for us. So anyway, yeah, something I'm thinking about. Maybe you see that in yourself. Maybe you'll want to like pay more attention to that and notice when you are choosing to be satisfied with less than he would have you be satisfied with, choosing to be content with less than the fullness of him. Thank you for watching, and goodbye until more interesting things happen.